Time now to talk winners and losers on Wall Street. Financial expert Rob Black joining us this morning. Rob, where I'm finally seeing green on the board. It's been kind of rough here recently.
Yeah, it's been rough, James, for one day. We're literally one day away from all-time highs on the NASDAQ. So yesterday was rough. It's been 10 rough days, though, for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It's been overbought. Markets are overbought in the short term. Valuations are high. There's a lot of expectations for next year and deregulation, as well as profit growth and lower inflation. But yesterday, the Fed said inflation's a problem, and we may be done raising interest rates until you see inflation come down more. So markets freaked out on that. 10-year treasuries yielding 4.4%. It's safer to be in cash right now than high valuation stocks is the idea. And to get a return higher than inflation, it's averaging about 3%. If you're getting 4% in cash, you're a winner. So right now, cash is a safer play than stocks. I still like stocks long term. I like buying opportunities like yesterday as well.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens in the new year. One of the other things that we're going to wait and see in the new year is the deal with TikTok and the potential for it to get banned nationwide. I guess the Supreme Court's going to be taking it up like literally days before that's supposed to go into effect.
SCOTUS, the Supreme Court of the United States, is taking up the case January 10th, 9 days before the ban goes into effect. I don't know how this one plays out, but to me, I almost laugh at myself. TikTok, Supreme Court. When I was a 10-year-old kid and I was learning about the Supreme Court, I thought it was more serious than that. But this is obviously pretty serious. It's about security and China manipulating our children, pushing out messages like college is bad, college is too expensive. And then just dumbing down our workforce while their workforce gets smarter and smarter. So I get why it's there.
I don't know. I'm curious to see, and from what I understand, the incoming Trump administration is leaning more towards not forcing the sale. I don't know how that's going to impact what's happening so far because Congress took a vote, right?
That's right.
This thing's going to happen.
It's going to have to go through Congress. The president can't stop it.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. Next item up for discussion, we've got numbers, home sale numbers for November. This says here surging more than expected. That's some good news, right?
If you're a homeowner, yes. If you're a first-time buyer, no. For my kids, it's bad news. For me, it's great news. Previously owned homes were up 6.1% in November versus November 2023. So up 6.1%. That's a lot of homes. That's the biggest gain in 3 years. Essentially, what I'm trying to say is real estate agents and mortgage lenders are thrilled right now. We're back to normal levels. People have gotten used to 6 to 7% mortgages. There's momentum building in the pricing. There's momentum building in the total sales numbers. There's a 3.88 month supply. You need 6 months for the buyers to be in control. Right now, the sellers of homes are in control, and that's showing up in the $406,100 median price. Median price is up 4.7% year over year. So if you own a home, you're stoked. If you don't, you're upset. 18% of all homes went above list price, and cash was 25% of all sales. So good news, bad news, I think, depending on if you own or if you're a renter.
Yeah. The easiest way to get a home in California? Have it gifted to you by Mr. Beast. He's our last story this morning. I guess he's got his, it's a game show, right? On Amazon that just premiered?
Beast Games. It's premiered right now on Amazon Prime Video, 2 episodes. This is a game show that's going to have the biggest prize ever. So he's already got a Guinness record for that, $5 million. Wow. His name's Jimmy Donaldson, also known as Mr. Beast. He's got 337 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, including my kids. They want to watch it. It promises that some of the contestants get hurt. Some of them don't eat food, horrible conditions. They give away an island. What's interesting about this is if he can get his 337 million subscribers to watch Amazon Prime, it's a huge win for Amazon Prime and advertisers, because the Super Bowl, we lose our minds over 100 million people. If he can get 100 million people, it's a Super Bowl 10 times because it's 10 episodes. Wow. So Amazon would be a huge winner there. And this just again tells you, like, Pat Sajak, those days are over. You have to be an influencer like Mr. Beast to be a game show. And it's it's taken the TV model and thrown it away and saying anyone who has social influencers like Paris Hilton,
Yeah.
she could have a game show
Yeah.
if she could bring her 50 million followers, so to speak. So it's just an interesting paradigm for me to watch, the continuing shift and and the power of influence.
Incredible. Rob, thank you as always. We're going to chat with
Thanks,
Rob
James.
again next week. Let him know now what topics you want him to discuss. There's his contact information. Have a great one, Rob.
Thanks, James.